I'm Haimanus Belai, Principal Attorney at Haimanus and Advocates, and your host for Lugal Forum, where we examine the trends, policies, and developments influencing business and investments in Ethiopia. In this segment, we'll address the key frequently asked questions from our audience and prospective investors, focusing on emerging opportunities, regulatory change, and developments influencing the trajectory of Ethiopia's business landscape. Now, let's proceed with our topics. There are various reform measures that attract foreign direct investment. Ethiopia's investment appeal in 2025 is underpinned by a series of strategic reforms and emerging opportunities. If we look at economic liberalization and sectoral reforms, the government has opened previously restricted sectors to foreign participation, including banking, retail, digital finance, export and import, and wholesale trades. This move is part of the broader efforts to liberalize the economy and attract diverse investments. If we see infrastructure and industrial development, significant investments in infrastructure such as the Addis Ababa-Djibouti Railway and various industrial parks have improved logistics and manufacturing capabilities. Industrial parks have already attracted numerous firms, particularly in textile and garment industries. Demographic advantage and market access are also other factors. With a population exceeding 120 million and a median age of around 90, Ethiopia offers a useful and growing labor force. Additionally, its membership in regional blocs like COMESA provides access to a larger market, enhancing its attractiveness to investors. Incentives and government support are also other key considerations. The Ethiopian investment framework offers various incentives such as tax holidays, customs duty exemptions, and streamlined regulatory processes to facilitate foreign investment. The Ethiopian Investment Holdings also offers investors a reliable platform to engage in large-scale investments through PPP, public-private partnerships, asset co-development, and joint venture arrangements backed by state-owned assets and a commitment to commercial transparency. Opening up the forex market has also taken away a huge roadblock that used to spook investors. In general, while challenges remain, the ongoing reform momentum is evident that Ethiopia is emerging as a dynamic, fast-evolving market, and those well-prepared first-mover investors have the potential to achieve strong returns. The liberalization of Ethiopia's telecom sector opens significant opportunities for digital financing and mobile money services by enabling greater private sector participation, expanding financial inclusion, and increasing competition. With improved network infrastructure and broader mobile penetration, driven by new entrants such as Safaricom Ethiopia, mobile money platforms can scale faster, offer more user-centric services, and reach underserved populations, particularly those in rural areas. This creates a more dynamic fintech ecosystem that supports digital payments, saving credits, insurance products, which will also contribute to Ethiopia's goal of building a more inclusive digital economy. For a country where large segments of the population remain unbanked, these parallel developments, expansion in telecom infrastructure and mobile-based financial solutions, accelerate digital inclusion and economic participation at all levels of society. The development of capital markets in Ethiopia marks a significant development. For some time now, entering the Ethiopian market has been complicated by different factors such as limited access to funding, lack of easy exit opportunities for investors, and regulatory uncertainties. But with the establishment of the Ethiopian Securities Exchange, we're finally building the kind of financial infrastructure that makes market entry more transparent and structured. This means business will soon be able to go public, raise funds through bonds, equity offerings, or debt instruments, and create clearer valuations. It also means that foreign investors and strategic partners can enter Ethiopia's market with a stronger sense of confidence, and that's where private equity comes into the picture. These firms aren't just bringing capital, but they're also helping new entrants and ongoing businesses build the operational strengths, governance standards, and the long-term strategy needed to succeed in a business. The corporate financing landscape in Ethiopia is encountering a shift. Traditionally, businesses have relied almost entirely on bank loans, which often come with higher collateral requirements and shorter repayment terms. But while banks still play a major role, we are now seeing the beginnings of more diversified financing mechanisms. One option that's gaining ground is asset-based financing like leasing, especially in sectors like manufacturing and agriculture, where companies would need machinery and equipment but may not want to make huge upfront investments. Development financial institutions are also stepping in to support private entities, and on top of that, capital market is also opening doors for venture capital and private equity to support growing businesses, startups, and service industry. For extended and elaborate discussions and more similar contents, Please follow us.